my daughter went away to college, and before she left for college, she played volleyball.
Okay.
And my whole life revolved around that, going to games, going to tournaments, traveling across the country, taking her to practice and so forth. And then she left to go play volleyball in Michigan. And I kind of just sat there and was like, I have nothing to do because I'm not going to travel every day to Michigan for a 6-hour drive back and forth.
Welcome to the Ill Noise Business Playbook. We sit down with people building real impact in their communities and unpack the vision behind their work. If you care about real stories and real connection, you're in the right place. Let's make some noise. All right. Welcome to the Ill Noise Business Playbook. Really excited about this guest that we have here. We've got Laura from Sparkle Chic Permanent Jewelry. Laura, how are you doing today?
I am doing great. I mean, it's a little chilly out, but surviving the weather.
Yes. We certainly spent a little time out there today already, and it is a cold one out there. Well, we're going to talk about a lot of different things in here, and just really get a chance to get to know you. So, from our family to your family, let's have some fun and let's make some good noise together. Okay?
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. Well, Laura, we have this podcast because we are obviously, my wife and I are from this state. Illinois is obviously a play on words of Illinois. If people don't know that by now, I think maybe I should name it something else. But where are you from? Where'd you grow up?
So I grew up in Chicago, northwest side of it. I loved it my whole life. But I did have my daughter. So me and her moved to the suburbs. So we started off in Arlington Heights. So I felt that was a good medium between, the city and where we were. So I could still go back, see my friends, see my family. And then I met my husband, and me and him, finally were like, you know what, let's buy a house. So then we moved out to the Pingree, Hampshire area.
Okay.
So it's a big adjustment. I still adjust to it every single day. I'm used to loud noise. So then I go, my family still lives in Chicago. So when I want my fix, I just go see my family. My brother owns 2 pizza places in Chicago. So I go down there, get my pizza,
Nice. Well, you listen, marketing is what I'm all about. That's why we started to set the schedule. So set up this whole podcast. So go ahead and throw out the name of your brother's pizza places. Give him some promotion.
Oh, okay, perfect. My brother's pizza place is Bartoli's. He's got it in Roscoe Village and then Westtown. So he's been rated #1 deep dish in Chicago. So
okay,
I mean, gotta try it.
Well, I'm going to try it, and I'm a pizza connoisseur, so we'll definitely give that a shot. Now, northwest side of the city. My mother grew up in what's now known as basically as Wrigleyville, but
Okay.
so. My father, God rest his soul, he was on the south side. So baseball-wise, it was always kind of fun in my family. We had Cubs fans and Sox fans and all that fun stuff. But one thing everyone in my neighborhood came together with, regardless of baseball, was when football season came around. So being from the city, did you guys have an opportunity to watch that game the other day?
Oh, last night, yes. My husband and my daughter were going nuts. I had just gotten home from an event, so the house was going crazy. We had a party, not this past weekend, but the weekend before, and I thought the floors might have went in because everyone was jumping around and going crazy when we beat Green Bay. And I was like, we had like 30 people here, and I was like, oh my God, my house. But yeah, we are big Chicago fans. I mean, at this point, I guess if they win or lose, you're still always going to be that fan. I guess, I mean, I'm a Cubs fan, of course. And then Bears. And then I don't really watch basketball or hockey too much, but I mean, I'll always cheer on our own team. So
Absolutely. Well, I guess I will say to all Bears fans watching out there, if before the season started, we would have won the North, would have beaten the Packers twice, including in the playoffs. I think we have to all admit that when we look back at things as devastating as last night's loss was, this was certainly a good season, and hopefully it's the beginning of something really wonderful that we can continue to grow here.
It definitely was.
I became a Bears fan 40 years ago, and 1985 Bears team, of course. So it was a lot of fun back then. So hopefully we can recreate that again in our lifetime. Now, you were living out there. Where did you end up going to school? Did you end up going to school Did you end up going to college anywhere? What'd you do
Yeah.
post secondary work wise?
So yeah, I went to Resurrection High School on the northwest side,
Okay.
and then I went to I started college at Wright Junior College. Had my daughter, so I kind of had to put college on hold for a little bit. Um, but when my daughter was in seventh grade, I restarted college right away, like
Awesome.
restarted up so I could finish my bachelor's degree. So I have a background in criminal justice
Okay.
and profiling. So um, I'm a good profiler. I'm pretty good at reading people. So
Okay.
um, my daughter hates it because I can sit and look at her and I'm like, "No, mm-mm." But, um, she actually ended up taking my dream or my legacy with my father because my dad was a Chicago police
Oh,
officer, and she just
great.
recently became a police officer, so,
Oh, beautiful.
yeah, it was pretty cool.
Beautiful. We always, I know for myself, because my father had a military background. Whenever I see somebody in the military, I always kind of go up and I thank them for their service. What I've been doing here in the last 10 years or so is trying to do the same thing, quite frankly, to police officers who are out there
Yep.
really, risking their lives just to try to create safe communities. And I don't think they get enough credit. They're kind of the unknown heroes out there. So
They
thank
are.
you. It sounds like your father did something beautiful, and it sounds like your daughter's carrying on that legacy. So you must be
Yeah.
very proud, very very proud.
Yeah, we all are. Yeah, it's a very great thing for her, and she loves it. So, I mean,
Right.
that's what you if you can love your job, then you're gonna be satisfied for the rest of your life. So,
Oh well, you could not say that any better. I agree 100%. Now let's talk about some of that work experience you've had along the way. What sort of avenues have you dipped your feet in?
so, back in the day when I had my daughter, I was a waitress
Sure.
and bartender. Then I met my husband, and he told me that I don't have to do that anymore. It was late
Okay.
nights, and you're trying to raise a little child, and you want to sleep because you're working till 2 in the morning,
Yeah.
but your life does not work that way. So, um, once me and my husband got married, he told me, go find a regular daytime job. So I did, and I started working as a customer service rep at a place called Bodybuilders Automotive in Rolling Meadows.
Okay.
So they're a body shop. As the time went on, I became a back end estimator. I helped with the production management, and then I also was their parts manager for a really, really long time. So I spent my time there for 11 years. And then I moved on to a company called Snapsheet. So I've been with them for almost 9 years now.
Okay.
So it is a virtual appraisal company. They are ranked one of the number one in Chicago tech companies. So we're right in the loop, and I just love it. I've been with them. I started as an estimator, moved up to tech lead, which is um, like right below a manager, and then became the senior tech lead. And then I just found my new home in their quality department, and I just love it. It's like investigative skills and looking at things and being able to do just different stuff that I'm really, really good at. So um it's been a great experience. Like I love it there. I've been doing it for almost a year now. So
That's awesome, and it sounds like you're really kind of bringing that educational experience to your current work
I am.
experience as well. So you still are doing that research. You're still doing that investigative stuff, which is
Yep,
really kind of cool.
I love it.
Now, you also have something that's near and dear to your heart, and one of the reasons why we're sitting here so we can learn as much as we can about your other endeavor. So, tell the audience if you would, like what made you decide to focus on jewelry here?
S- So
What?
Sparkle Chic started as my daughter went away to college, and before she left for college, she played volleyball.
Okay,
And my whole life revolved around that. Going to games, going to tournaments, traveling across the country, taking her to practice, and so forth. And then she left to go play volleyball in Michigan. And I kind of just sat there and was like, I have nothing to do because I'm not going to travel every day to Michigan for 6 hour
right,
drive back and forth to go see her play volleyball. So my husband's like, you need to find a hobby. And I'm like, okay. So I sat and thought about it, and I'm like, I really am I'm not artistic. I'm not, I'm very to the point type of person and very just kind of like I like talking to people and whatnot. And so I was at a market and I saw a girl doing permanent jewelry and it kind of intrigued me a little bit. So I was like, huh, this sounds cool. So I came home and I told my husband, and he's like, why would you want to wear jewelry permanently? And I'm like, oh, this is so great. It's a great concept. You'll never have to like take it off. You're like always dressed to go. So I bought all the machines and bought some jewelry and, started practicing. And my my neighbor, um, she was the first person I ever put permanent jewelry on. And she's a realtor and stuff. And she's like, what are you doing? She goes, and then I put it on her and she's like, oh my God, I love this. She goes, this is great. I'm because she's very on the go, very wants to move, move, move. She goes, I don't even have to put jewelry on anymore. So we didn't even have a business name when I started doing this. And she just started promoting us. And then our name started getting around and we were doing like little parties and like little like vendor events, nothing like that was major. And then we blew up. And so I'm like, well, I guess we have to have a name now. So Sparkle Chic came into effect in July of 2023, but we were doing it a little bit in 2022, late 2022. But it's been a great experience. I mean, we get to be part of the community. So that's what made me like want to do it and like getting to know people, making experience, like having experiences with people and just the whole hurrah with it.
Why name it Sparkle Chic?
I don't know. It just like came to me. It just like, I'm like, well, you sparkle and I like chic stuff, I guess you could say. Like, I like the higher end stuff, Louis, Gucci, all the good stuff. So,
Sure.
I mean, it kind of plays back with me too. We did do a relaunch of ourselves, kind of make us more on the edgier side of things because that's what I am too. I'm a little edgy. So we renamed, we're not renamed, but we are now Sparkle Chic Unchained.
Oh,
So it just gives us a little bit more of a edgier background.
I love it. I love it. And what was it? So you just decided permanent jewelry is the way to go.
Yeah, it was working. I mean, it was like, I'm like, I love doing this. I just like to talk to people. So having that communication, because I do work from home, so I really don't get to like have
Yeah.
those conversations. We only have them in video chat. So
Right.
I also noticed, like, before I started that, I also noticed myself being like not able to have conversations with people because I was like, I don't have that one-on-one, time with people. And so this helps a lot. It helped me a lot, like rebuild my confidence in talking to people. And I mean, you would never think that I was a shy person, but I really am. Not anymore, but I mean, I was very shy.
I think that's one thing that I think we learned a lot when COVID hit, and we all had to experience that and stuff like that. And
Right.
I at the time was traveling like crazy, and of course that all stopped, and so we morphed into this world where we're speaking to each other virtually. But I think what you're saying makes a lot of sense, and I hope a lot of people are listening to that. Is that one of the negative byproducts of this is we just don't feel that we really get that person to person contact when it's just through here. So whatever you're doing, if you're going to start your own business like you are doing, Laura, or something else, get out of your house and go out there, just talk to your neighbors and say hi to people and keep those interactions going because,
Exactly. I
you
mean,
know,
I can tell you that we basically took most of January off. I mean, we had a little bit of pop-ups here and there, but it I mean, it was kinda nice just to
that's
have
odd.
some, like, free time to ourselves and
Sure.
just kinda get things back in order and just, like, kind of reset our bodies and get ready for our season that's coming up in February. It's gonna be super
Well,
busy, so
I assume yes. So that I'm glad we're doing this because I just imagine sometime around Valentine's Day is probably a good time for people to start thinking about some jewelry options. Now,
yes.
as a small business, what sort of obstacles have you had to deal with? Like, what sort of challenges have you had?
I mean, it's the challenges of being in a saturated area. Everybody wants to get their hands in permanent jewelry, which
Sure.
is fine. There is enough room for everybody to be part of this community. Um, I mean, we have people, like there's other permanent jewelry artists that will come to an event and not say anything and talk to you or not even talk to you, which
Mm.
and they're taking pictures and stuff. But I mean, I've seen it happen. I had it happen to myself, but I mean, it's totally okay. I mean, if they're taking pictures and watching you, it means you're doing something at least
Right.
right. So, I mean, it bothers me, but it doesn't. But I mean, that's really the only obstacle is like it's very saturated. So we start venturing out into new places because we are a full-on mobile company. We don't have a brick and mortar. So we're able to venture out. We have our mobile studio. We have, I mean, we do have a little place in South Barrington um, that we do open up appointments to out of an aesthetics place.
Okay.
But we don't do that very often, only when it's on like a need basis.
Sure. Those people that are watching what you're doing, you should look at it in a positive way.
Right.
Imitation is the greatest form of flattery, right? So maybe they're trying to pick up some wonderful things that you're doing. So I
Right.
think that's a good way to look at it. You've mentioned some pop up situations. What are some other ways that you're able to kind of gain interest in what you're doing? Is to get people to to increase your customer base? I guess is the easiest way to say it.
Right. So we do a lot of markets. We do a lot like in the area. And then, like I
Okay.
said, we venture out to Chicago to, um, we'll be in Orland Park this summer. We'll be in Rockford. I mean, we venture out everywhere that we can.
Okay.
Everywhere that will allow us to come, we're going there. We did take a little different leap this year. We're going to focus on the regular pop ups that or regular markets and events that we do. And
Okay.
now we ventured into bigger events. So we're going to be doing 2, 3 day events instead of one event here the next day. So we can continuously, stick in one place and get our name known there. It's going to be different because it's a lot more traveling. We'll be in the city a lot more. In February, in 2 weekends in a row, we'll be in Chicago, which is kind of exciting too because I haven't been to Chicago to do an event in a really long time, so
Mm,
I'm really excited about that.
I bet.
It's kind of close to my old area. We post on Facebook, we post on Instagram, we do events with Eastside Cafe. Um, Kate has been a huge supporter of us.
We love Kate. We
Um,
love Kate over here. I
yeah,
want you to know that we're big fans of Kate.
yeah, we met back in April of 2024 and we clicked like right away. And me and her, like, we come up with these ideas. We have a ticketed event coming up in February, and that one's going to be amazing because she wanted to make it like an experience event for Valentine's Day. So that's going to be a fun one.
Yes,
Um, I mean, we just do everything. The best, like I said, the best part about us is that we're a full on mobile company. So we go directly to our customers, appointments, parties, anything, so that they don't have to leave the comfort of their home.
that's awesome.
So
That's Kate does such a beautiful job of not only running her own small business but supporting other small businesses.
she does.
Our interview with her, I just was really blown away by the character of her, by her desire to just want to be helpful. And I mean, she really, it's so wonderful that you're attached with her because, again, here at the Ill Noise Business Playbook, we are big fans of Kate and big fans of the Eastside Cafe. We think she's doing
Yeah.
great things. So that's wonderful. Now, you are in this industry, and I have to, you didn't go to school for permanent jewelry and stuff. So there's probably a lot of learning you've had to do. Can we talk about that? Like, how did you actually learn how to
Yeah.
to do what you're doing?
So it was more of, practicing. I am fully certified and trained, so I did take classes to do it. Yes, they were online classes, but you don't go to a physical school to do them. I mean, they do
Okay.
have people that do them, but I mean, I learned and I sat and practiced and practiced and practiced. And lucky, like I said, I had friends that I could practice on all the time, and um, then my husband I got busy and my husband learned. So we so now we both run the business together. I mean, he's been off for a little bit, just due to work, because he's busy at work too. And so I've been running on my own, but he knows that busy season's coming around the corner, so he'll be back up and running too, with us. But yeah, I mean, it's just it's just the practice. You have to keep practicing and practicing and practicing until you can get it right, and keep watching those videos. There's new techniques out there all the time that you can learn from. And I mean, it's always evolving. It's never just one thing. You know?
We're going to talk about that evolution, but what you're saying is just again, it's so indicative of anything we want to do. In order to be great at something, you got to practice it. And I mean,
Right.
I come from playing sports as a child and as a young man, and certainly was important there. But even when you're part of teams and stuff like that, if you want to do something well, I'd have to, have my team go out and speak to people all the time, and they'd have sort of a script, right? But the only way you can make that script sound good is if you just practice it and it sounds organic. It sounds like it's
Right.
conversational. So I think that's a good takeaway in general. If you want to be good at something, just practice, right? Um,
Exactly.
Now you have to, in order to have this business, you have to be sort of like aware of current trends and even future trends, even alterations within your industry. So, what sort of future trends do you anticipate in the permanent jewelry space, and how are you planning on sort of making sure that you're staying ahead of the game?
I really, like I said, it's always changing. Um, I mean, two-tone jewelry was out a while ago, and then, um, I had a little bit of it, not very much, but then it just popped, like,
Mm,
it was n now it's everywhere,
sure.
hand chains are huge. So, I mean, I could never tell you what it's gonna be because permanent jewelry has its own standard thing, but eventually, I mean, I I see people piercing ears with permanent jewelry.
Mm,
I I mean, it's there's tons of things going on in this industry right now that it might be tweaked a little bit. There might be like a new style of welding or a new jump rings, new welding machines, so it's like you kind of got to like watch what's going on. There are a lot of great Facebook pages that you can be on with higher industry leaders that have millions of followers around, or they're they're the ones that are teaching classes that are always, updating everybody, or
sure.
they're the ones making the jewelry and trending it in, and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool. I mean, I I really can't tell you the future right now, but whatever it is, everything so far that's evolved is going to keep getting better.
That's awesome. When you were saying before that you were expanding the exposure that you're having. Does that include? Are you going to be attending different festivals and stuff like that? And that's I see you shake your head, so I want to talk about that. But that's what really sort of helped us as we were sort of starting this a little over a year ago and stuff, was just to get as many like and of course summertime is a little bit more of those friendly festivals, right? But to kind of
Yep.
just get those 2 or 3 day festivals and just kind of get the word out, let people know what we were doing and trying to drive the support. So are those some of the examples of the things that you're going to be doing?
Yeah. So we're gonna be the first weekend of February, the 7th and 8th will be with Windy City Markets.
Okay.
They're a huge market, over thousands and thousands of followers. Um, and then also we'll be with Chicago Artisan Market, which we've been actually trying to get in with for a few years now. Finally, they accepted our application, so we hope to
Awesome.
do more business with them.
Okay.
Um, so, I mean, I think that's gonna be a really good one. We're gonna be doing, a foodies festival. So it's the same weekend in June. They have one that's going on in North Aurora and one that's going on in Gurnee.
Okay.
And it's this big food festival, but they also have an artisan market with it.
Nice.
So we get to bring our mobile studio out there. So I'm super excited about that. Um, we love using it. It's this 7x12 trailer that we totally decked out that we can work out of, and people enjoy seeing it. Like
Bet.
in December, we were at Algonquin's Merry Market, and they everyone was like, "Where's your trailer? Where's your trailer?" Because it was there the year before, and I was like, "Oh, I didn't bring it this year." And they're like, "But that's how we know you." And I'm like, so it's kind of exciting. Even at the Rustic Fox in North Aurora, we sometimes bring our trailer up there, and that's how everybody knows us. Is
Okay.
certain people know us because of something, and then other people know us because of our trailer. Or they'll be driving down 20 in Hampshire, and they're like, "Oh my God, there! I saw your trailer parked over there." And I'm like, "Yeah."
That's us. That's beautiful. We love we love feel good stories here. We love to kind of hit at the heart here. So, can you talk about a customer or customers, I suppose, that really kind of really put a smile on your face and make you realize that what you're doing right now is part of your calling, and something that you're leaving a legacy of doing something just positive, something really kind of cool, make people feel good about the jewelry they can wear.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I can go back probably like a year and a half ago. Um, we were at Rustic Fox and we had our mobile studio, and this lady had come in and she changed my life. Let me tell you.
Hey,
She came in and she was looking at her permanent jewelry and she was asking questions because her daughter wanted permanent jewelry and her daughter was at home. And so she was asking questions. She was looking through our selection and we were answering all her questions and talking to her, whatnot. And there was another permanent jewelry artist in one of the tents. So, and then she talked to them too. And maybe I'm not really sure what happened, but she ended up coming back to us and she said, I'll be back in a half hour with my daughter. I'm like, okay. So they came back and um, they ended up choosing us for permanent jewelry. And their reason was because of our customer service. She's
oh,
like, you guys were so amazing with us. You sat and talked to me about it. And it was the greatest experience. She goes, and from that day on, um, she's actually just been the most amazing woman. She will be my pep girl. She'll walk around Rustic Fox telling people to go get permanent jewelry from us and stuff like
no,
that. So that's always an experience we will always remember with her and her
that's
daughter
awesome.
because they are just the most wholesome people in the world. And once you once she loves you.
That's beautiful.
Um,
That's beautiful.
Another story was this past winter, in December at Algonquin's Merry Market. I had a lady come up to me and, I sat there and she was a little bit older and I sat there and explained permanent jewelry to her. And then she's like, well, can we design a bracelet together? And I said, absolutely, let's do this.
Nice.
And as we got the bracelet, and I was setting it up for her and she finally explained to me why she was doing it. And it was because her daughter was dying of cancer.
Oh,
And she only had like a couple more months, but she said she had picked out her birthstones and then they were two emeralds. And then she did a heart in the middle. And she says, when my daughter passes, I will have this because I made this to remember her. So, I
oh,
mean, it's
goodness.
it's all the little things that you get to be part of, like
Yeah,
experiences with people, even like best friend things or a company outing or a baby shower that we, do. It's just something that we get to be a part of and be, with them, celebrating them and having those experiences with them. So,
that's beautiful. That boy, you hit me at the heart with that boy. Oh my goodness. Well, Laura, we are going to make sure at the end of this video we're going to put all the contact information in order for people to reach out to you. So don't worry about that. But I
perfect.
do want to just, on behalf of Neha and myself, just want to thank you so very much for spending some time with us. It sounds like if people want permanent jewelry, I think found the person to go to. So thank you so very much for being
Yes.
authentic. Thank you so much for helping us make some good noise here today. Okay, Laura?
Thank you.
You got it. You have a good one.
You too.
Take care.